Hey, how's it going, members? Today I want to talk about what does your president do? So in this video, we're going to talk about the governance, the contract, the time, and the importance of all of this information. So what does your president govern? In our bylaws, your president is the de facto chair of the building reps, the Summit UniServ executive board member. The president is a delegate of the WEA Rep Assembly, the NEA Rep Assembly, and also participates in WEA PAC chapter meetings at Summit. If you don't know what our Summit UniServ is, you can check out the video on that up in the cards or down in the description. So who does your president meet with? Well, that's a lot of folks. I meet at the UniServ office. I meet with the district. I meet with members on a regular basis. I meet with your building reps, your executive board, and people across the state and the nation when it regards your contract. In addition to these meetings, I attend Pierce County Coordinated Bargaining, which is other unions across Pierce County that get together to share contract language. I also meet with the WEA PAC chapter at Summit. I meet with coaches for their bargaining, our own bargain, and then I host a lot of member events. What does your president do for your contract? Well, your president organizes the bargaining team, collects data from members and work groups about their issues and their concerns about contract changes. We draft and negotiate new language. And sometimes we do what's called a Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, that makes a subtle adjustment to the contract that is beneficial to the entire membership. So how much time is allotted to what the president has to do? In most years, not a lot. The contract says that we have up to 100% release in order to do our duties as president. But even with that agreement, we have to be financially responsible with your dues. This means in most years, your president only works 50% release. So I talked about all the things that the president does before I get to this point, but what you must realize is that if a normal president has 50% release, that means they have 3.75 hours to do all of their duties every single day. If we're in a year that a president can afford full-time release, then we're lucky. And even with a full release schedule, 7.5 hours is not enough for the president to take on their duties. So just like your teaching job, it is likely that the president's work is going to be more than 40 hours in a week. So why is all this information important? Well, it's important because we have to understand when it's important to involve the president and when it's not. So what you see on your screen is a rough estimate of the concerns that the union has to deal with. Most things are handled at the building level. So let's just say 70% of the time people take care of the things that they're concerned about. But oftentimes when things escalate, people don't go directly to their building rep. They go past their building rep and head to the president or the exec board. And with all the things that are on the president's plate, this can be pretty tasking. The building reps are important. They're in place for a reason. And so going past the building reps may not be the most effective way to get your concern handled. So your president is usually working on big picture issues. So they work on repeated violations of the contract, member investigations and disciplinary action, unresolved building issues, global trends and working conditions, and federal state policies, laws, and regulations. Whenever you have a concern, you should ask yourself these questions. Number one, is this a complaint or is this a concern? Am I venting? Do I need someone to listen to me? Or is there something that can actually be done about this issue? If you have a legitimate issue, you should bring that issue to an administrator. So have I addressed it with this administrator? And remember, our contract is between us and the district, not from member to member. If you have an issue with a member, you should discuss that with your evaluator or with HR. If the concern is a violation of the contract, you should make sure to go to your administrator, to your evaluator, to your principal, to whoever represents the district on behalf of this concern. You should also ask, have I attended a Glows and Grows meeting? In our district, a Glows and Grows meeting is an opportunity for you, just the membership, to talk with a building rep about the concerns in the building. You talk about all the positive things, the glows, and you talk about all the negative things, the grows. And within 30 days, if these issues are not resolved, you can go ahead and file a formal grievance. but Article 7 will help guide you through the step-by-step process in order to file a grievance against an administrator. So the last thing I want to talk about is building a leaderful association. The reason I bring all of this up is because it's important to understand what the president is here for, and it's also important to understand that members, that means you're involved in the advocacy work of the union. Here in FPEA, we want to build a leaderful association. That means every member has the autonomy to argue their contract and better their working conditions. We build the contract so you don't have to ask for permission to fight for what's in it. A leaderful association is where members know and learn their contract in order to advocate for their needs. A leaderful association means that members can step up and become building reps and lead the association with the executive board. And then finally, a leaderful association means that everybody has the opportunity to become the president because you're knowledgeable, you know what's going on, or you can step into an exec board position and help build this district into something that works for the workers. If you'd like to be a part of this leaderful association, be sure to reach out to a building rep to see if there's any openings available to represent your building, or when the elections come up, be sure to nominate yourself for an executive board position. So that's it. If you have any questions, be sure to email your president or your building reps. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to watch more videos that we have available. And if you're not a member, be sure to join or encourage other people to join FPEA. Peace.